Got a shawty down in Cabo, she a model. Got a feel about her. Choose you better follow. I'm just tryna fuck a red bone like mulatto. Hey Nina, I can get you in the States without a visa. You know I need ya.
Okay, hey guys, this is going to be a tutorial on how to edit like NUMBY. So the first thing that you should really do here is make sure that you have all your clips on the timeline with your song synced up with your SFX in place. Don't do any velocity buildups or impact. And yeah, just SFX syncing, no velocity. So I'm going to teach you how to do all that. So the first thing you want to do is fade it in kind of like this. Same thing here. Make sure that this is kind of curved. Right here is that like kind of like little beat is where I'm going to do my ident. So the first thing I want to do here is actually I'll do the audio first. So cut it here. Cut it here again. Add this reverb, and I have a preset called God Reverb that I've made, but you can just copy all of these settings in. I'll leave it up for a moment. If you guys can't see it, I'll keep a screenshot in the Google Drive. Okay, cool. Now that's it. It sounds okay, but I think the next thing that we want to do is add a muffle. So over here where it says equalizer, turn that on. Turn on band 1 and 4 and click on band 4 and drag it over till about the frequency is, I'd say, close to 1,000. Only the band 4 frequency should change. The rest should be 50, 500, and 3.5K. So that sounds good. Now I'm going to go into Fusion and import the preset called Ident preset, which is just this. There should be no keyframes. So once that's in, you'll see kind of something like this. And then for me, I'm going to take a solid color generator, make it about like 30-ish frames, kind of like that in the middle. Let's add a marker, put that marker, line it up, and take this faded in to about here. Then about the same thing here, so it should be nice. Now go ahead and grab your ident. I'm just going to use the NUMBY one. I'm going to place it on top like that, and where it just starts to go away, start to cut it down here. Then duplicate this by copy and pasting it, and make sure it lines up perfectly like that, and you should be good to go. To render. Don't add an image. Now here's where you want to do your first velocity. Now on your kill, go 19 frames back. So that's going to be 19 right here. Now compound it and add a marker here into the Fusion page. And then after that, I have a nice velocity here. Now, the way you have to use this is very interesting. Make sure on the 0, on your first frame, it says 0. On your last frame, where it says this number here, for me it's 71. For you, it might be different. It could be like 50, 40. Make sure you put that number right here on that last frame. So, once again, over on the 0 frame here, click till you go to the last keyframe here, and make sure that says whatever this number down here says. For me, it's 71. For you, could be anything else. And for you, the first one, make it say 0. I'll give some time to process, because... Okay, that's good. Last one says 71. The first frame says 0. And make sure that there's a keyframe in the middle right here. You can see this menu by clicking on your keyframes tab. Where your marker was, line up your thing right here. That marker shows right here on the compound clip. Line it up like this. make sure that that keyframe falls onto that marker. And if it doesn't, it won't work. So that looks good for me. And that's how you do the velocity. Now you can render it out. For me, I've already pre-rendered it, so let me go drag in that render. You can render it right now, it'll just be the same thing. Looks pretty good in my opinion. Now take an adjustment clip and make sure you go back to that first frame where that crosshair pulls out and shorten it up till here in the fusion page. Go ahead and take the saturation buildup preset. And you might have to adjust the keyframes on this one. Oh, okay, yeah, adjust the keyframes. So yeah, it's perfect. I'm gonna render that out. So now we need the impact, and I have a preset for that, but I forgot to make it, so I'll make it for you guys. But for me, I'm just gonna copy it in. It's this preset here. So just grab that, put an adjustment clip over your impact, and go ahead and paste that preset in. You might need to adjust the keyframes, but I don't think so. Just depending on how long your impact is, just adjust it a little bit so it looks good.
I can get out of visa, you know I need ya.
Let's see how I can get you in the States without a visa. While that's rendering, I'm going to go grab the transition that we're going to use. So I forgot to make that a preset also, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab it from here. And I'll make it a preset for you guys. Just go ahead and here, let me go grab the. It's just this. These are the nodes. I'm going to show you how to make it though. So the first thing that you want to do is take an adjustment clip, and I would say it should be about maybe about like this long. It shouldn't be too long. Go ahead and put a marker right in the middle so you know where the middle is. And then paste that preset in. Once again, you guys will be able to find it in the Google Drive. Now go to keyframes, and right here, go ahead and move all those keyframes so at least one of these middle ones is on your marker. So for me, that looks about good. It doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so that you can just see the transition and it's not out of sync.
I can get you in the States without a visa, you know I need ya.
Cool, so now we have the entire
I can get you in the States without a visa.
Okay, so now we just need to do the similar thing here. So go ahead on your kill, go about, for me, I'm going to go maybe back to about here. It doesn't have to be 19 frames, but this should be about, wait, let me see how long this is. For me, that's 12 frames. I'm going to go back a bit more. I think I did my math right. It doesn't have to be 19, it just has to be close to 19. Let me go grab the velocity preset again. Once again, just an optical flow and a time stretcher. Now, I'm going to have to adjust these values. So, first one is 0. Next one is 19, but you have to change the last one. Right here it says 71, but for me, my number says 48. So go to where it says 71 here at the very end. Change that to 48. Hit enter. Now, you will have to adjust the keyframe on that. So bring that keyframe back. Go to your kill, which is for me right here, and drag this back. So now the velocity should be fixed. Starts on 0, pretty much. Yep, 0. Ends on about pretty much 48. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, it's like it would end on 48, but it's not perfectly lined up, and there it is, 48. So that's how you're going to fix the velocity. Because once again, time stretcher is not a preset. It's just a time thing that just shifts things based on percentages, so that's why you need to fix the value over here. So I also pre-rendered this. Let me go see if I can find it. I believe it's the render 7.
I need
So let me go drag that one in.
without a visa, without a visa.
Actually, no, I did not pre-render this one because I had an issue with it. Cool, I just want to make sure I didn't go back too far. 48, good. 0, good, and that is lined up perfectly. So I'm just going to render this. Render in place, render, select folder. This should take about a few seconds, maybe 10 to 12 seconds. And that's done, so.
Without a visa, without a visa, you know I need.
And for me, once again, I'll make the impact a preset for you guys, but same nodes, but just slightly different settings. Drag an adjustment clip in and go ahead and drag that impact in for you guys. It should look fairly. That's the NUMBY impact. Render it out. Oh, sorry, mine is actually off by a frame. There you go.
You know I need. Put you.
And one that's all rendered.
I can get you in the States without a visa. You know I need ya. Put you in a visa. You know I need ya.
Entire
Visa. You know I.
tutorial complete. So.
Hey, Nina, I can get you in the States without a visa. You know.
And that will include all the velocity, which you've already seen, and that'll all be in the Google Drive. And if you guys ever need help, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll help you out. And also, please like and subscribe. Thank you.